HefTV. YouTube.com/Lord Hefty.
Isn't it possible I'm just a person? I'm none of those labels. Maybe I'm just a person. A person just as important and as valid as anybody else that's calling me that shit, or anybody else that's fucking posting that shit in the comment section. Just as important as valid as the person who's watching this goddamn video right now. Maybe we're all equal. Maybe we're all just as fucking sane. Maybe we're just fucking crazy people walking around in a world that doesn't make any sense, trying to make fucking sense of it, just trying to minimize the damage we do to everybody else. Maybe that's what I am. Maybe I'm none of those fucking labels. Maybe I'm just an empathic, kind, caring person who's trying to make sense of this crazy fucking world.
Are you laughing about the video, or are you just laughing about the Naruto?
The Naruto run.
The Naruto run.
It's just so stupid.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous. We'll get to that in a second. What's up, everybody? It's your buttery voiced host, El Heftismo, and it is Friday, which means it is podcast day. And also, that means that I am joined by this guy right here.
Woo! Elite Tumbles! Woo!
For everybody who couldn't understand that, that is Elite Tumbles from HefTV.
Woo!
And he is, I think, excited to be here.
Oh, man.
I love your unicorn shirt.
Thanks,
and I
man.
love the fact that it's like mall airbrush look.
Yeah, right?
It has like that early
Right? It has,
90s,
yeah.
hey, I was at this tacky shop in the mall and I spent $15 while some greasy, long-haired, bearded wannabe tattoo artist drew a unicorn on my shirt. Yeah. I could have done tattoos, but I chose.
I
could have been a doctor. My mom wanted me to be a doctor. I became an airbrush shirt guy.
It's like bottom of the totem pole.
Is that like a legitimate career path? Do people like set out to be like, man, I'm so good at art. You know what I want to do? Draw on T-shirts for whiny little 14-year-olds. Man, sign me up. So we have some interesting things to talk about today. You want to take the helm, Tumbles, today, and with your Call of Duty fan theories that you have?
All right, so for everyone that doesn't know, well, actually, no one knows, except for you. I've started a Call of Duty kick where I wanted to kill people because killing people in real life it's doable, but you know there are some consequences.
Yes. I think there's a little bit of legal problems that go along with that too.
Just a little bit,
right?
And you know my question, well, my theory is this: in the mission where you play at a Russian airport where you have to murder thousands of civilians,
yeah,
and some of the Russian guys that you're with that work for Makarov, like, they die. Like, they get shot and they fall over and they die.
Okay.
But at the end of the level, like, you're supposed to get in this ambulance so you can get away perfectly unharmed. And Makarov is just like, I just have one loose tight end, and he shoots you and pretty much kills you.
Okay.
And so he doesn't actually kill you, he just mortally wounds you.
Oh, thank God. I was worried for a minute.
Yeah. And you're apprehended by Russian forces. And as soon as Russia finds out that it was an American, they're just like, oh my God, America planned this attack. So I'm kind of like, did you guys get the dead Russian dudes that are in the airport?
Yeah,
like,
did anybody...
It's also Russia, too.
I gotta blame the Americans. That's actually kind of interesting to think about.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like, when I thought about it, I'm just like, I'm like, that makes no sense. And, like, in, like, news things and stuff in-game, it says that the attack was orchestrated by Americans. Like, how do they know that it was orchestrated? Like, why didn't you tell the Russian authorities that it was Makarov and all of that? Kind of puts a hole in the...
It puts a hole in the whole, yeah, the whole
puts
plot
a hole
line
in the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
Exactly.
Like, and especially since the guy's name is like Makarov. Like,
Yeah.
he's from Idaho. He's obviously.
He's from somewhere out west.
Yes. the Midwest. I think that's a farming name. Makarov.
Ethiopia, maybe.
He's Ethiopian. Nice callback to the Ethiopians. Which is actually kind of a good segue to our next topic. So we're gonna. So this has been all over the interweb as of
All
lately.
over.
And I want to take this moment to address all you Area 51 storming morons out there. Yeah, I'm talking to you guys, and I don't care who I get angry with that, but y'all are stupid. Not only is that a dumb idea,
They can't arrest us all.
yeah, they can't arrest us. They can't get us all. No, yeah, they can,
Yeah,
and
they
they
can.
will. And you know who's gonna feel bad for you guys? Nobody.
It's called a machine gun.
Yeah, it's these guys, they're like trained to do this. But what blows my mind is how many people, and whether or not, I'm sure there's gonna be a turnout. There's gonna be people that are going. Whether or not they actually go and actually storm the installation is another thing. But the fact that people are just like, oh yeah, and again, whether or not they're joking, like they actually believe they can get in there, and like they're like, oh, they can't get us all. Fair enough. So how about if you're one of the ones they do happen to get? Where are you then? It's like
You're not getting very far.
no, yeah, they can't get everybody right, but they could get you. I mean, you're part of everybody, you know. So, I mean, you know, and it's gonna be great, like they were saying on the news thing, for like tourist dollars and everything like that. And I get the allure,
Yeah.
sort of, I guess. You know, and even if there were aliens on this particular site, they're not going to have them in like plain view of everybody, unless. And Tui brought up a very good point. Unless they do,
Open
and
the
it's
door.
like,
Holy shit.
yeah, it's like hidden in plain sight. They're all like stacked on top of each other like Jenga blocks. It's like, government cutbacks. They had to like stuff them all into like a broom closet. They only had enough
Yeah,
space.
because the government shutdown guys, looks like we're putting them into Play-Doh boxes.
Yeah, Bill, sorry, your office is now being commandeered as alien butthole storage. It's like,
Oh, man. What a way to be fired.
that's horrible. Oh, no, he still keeps his job. He's just getting ousted for the alien buttholes. 'Cause
Yay!
there's a lot of them, I guess. But I think it's really dumb. I don't understand it. I think everybody that goes is gonna. I mean, they'll probably have a good time. Like they were saying on the thing, there's gonna be like bands and shit at this.
It's gonna be like Woodstock, Area 51.
Yeah, that's which actually, like, if you thought there was some like weird stuff that went down at Woodstock, like, can you imagine like a
Right near a
you know
military
right near like,
installation.
and all these people that are just like huge, you know, not only conspiracy nuts, but all these like people that, you know, are hardcore diehard alien believers, and you know they're a little interesting anyway. But then you're gonna mix, and I'm sure there's gonna be, you know, all sorts of intoxicants aplenty out of that way.
Could you imagine doing acid and you're seeing aliens?
That's
before
that's what I was.
experiment?
Well, and that's the other thing too, is if like, because that was actually what I had in mind when I was thinking intoxicants, was like a lot of shrooms and a lot of acid, just a lot of like
Yeah.
hippie type folk.
Yep.
And I could be wrong, but probably not.
Probably not.
But that's actually kind of funny, because if they did see shit, would they attribute it to the shrooms and the acid, or would they like be like, oh, it's actually aliens?
Oh my god, that's a good point. I think, first of all, the fucking running part, the Naruto run. Dude.
Oh, for everybody who doesn't know what he's talking about, there's this. It was on the thing, and the quote was like, "If we Naruto run, we can outrun the bullets." And I'm just like, you know, arms flailing behind him, and like,
Yup.
you know, chest and face.
Might as well
just
just open your mouth for a bullet.
You might as well.
Might as well.
You might as well.
'Cause let me tell you, I don't care how fast you are, bullet goes 3,200 feet a second. I don't think you're outrunning that.
No. I mean, you could try.
It's like that movie, what the hell was it called? Paul?
Oh, that was a
Alien
great
dude.
movie.
It
That was a
good
funny movie. I remember that. Yeah, that was like, who was it? Seth Rogen, I think, was the voice of
Paul.
Paul.
I think
And
so.
then that was like what's his name? Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg, I think, was in that, right? And Nick Frost. The guys from Shaun of the Dead. Have you seen Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
The movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I mean, yeah, this is a fair question. But yeah, no, that was a funny movie.
That was a great movie.
Yeah. So Area 51 people, you guys are nuts.
It's stupid.
Yeah, I mean it's just Darwinism at its finest. Like if you guys are really gonna storm Area 51,
There's less 1.2 million people.
you
on
know what
this
I'm saying?
planet.
It's like it's thinning the herd a little bit. So you know what? Yeah, you know what? You guys go out there.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Go out there
have
and do
fun.
good things.
You do out there and do good things, yeah.
Because
there might not be anybody left to after that. So, oh man,
Holy shit.
yeah, it's absolutely insane. Oh, speaking of insane, so listen, that was a pretty good segue too. So it brings me to one of my other topics. I was at work yesterday, and this woman was walking by, and it was John who pointed out to me. A special shout out to Johnny C. John Can. What's up, buddy? John pointed it out to me. And he's like, look at her bag. So this woman's walking by, and I'd never seen this before. The woman has her purse inside a vinyl, like, see-through bag. It was like a purse in a purse. It was just a little bit bigger than her purse was, and it just was carrying her purse in it. And you know, the top is open, and I'm just like, what the hell is that about? So I'm sitting there, and it blows my mind, because I'd never seen anything so ridiculous. Like, not only the person who would buy that, but the person who was like, you know what's stupid and will sell? We're going to make a purse holder. Okay, what does it do? It holds your purse, okay? So
Why did we think of that?
Well, and the funny thing is two separate people, you know, when I was talking to them about it, they're like, oh, well, maybe it's to protect it from, you know, the weather and stuff. I'm like, well, okay, that kind of makes sense, but here's where I'm going to throw the monkey wrench into their logic, is the top was open. So if it was raining, right, and the top is open on the bag and you're carrying it, the water's going to collect at the bottom of the vinyl bag, and it's going to effectively drown your purse.
That makes it even worse.
And I'm like, what is the point of that? So I'd never seen anything like it. Apparently, it's been seen by other people, just not myself.
No, is it like a see-through, like her purse is completely see-through?
The bag that her purse was in was see-through. So it had, she was carrying the see-through bag, the vinyl bag, that had her purse in it.
Yeah. Because
I mean, why would you need a purse for your purse?
It's a good question. Because I know that certain schools, I don't remember where.
This was a grown-ass woman.
Oh.
This was a grown-ass woman.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much where I hit a wall, too. I think I broke tumbles. Yeah, it's not like the most important thing by any standard, but it was just odd enough that I was like, this actually might make an interesting talk about. I mean, have you ever seen anything like that? Have you ever seen a grown woman? So I could understand for like kids, and they have to have the see-through bags for school and stuff to make sure they don't have weapons or drugs or anything like that. I get that, because when I went to high school, actually that was a thing. At a couple high schools I went to, you had to have like a see-through backpack and stuff. So that I get, but for a grown woman, and again, it was, you know, just a little bit bigger than her purse was.
So her purse was literally in another purse.
In another purse, yeah, that you could see. So there was no mystery. And I've seen, like, purses and handbags before, which I can get, because you can carry a lot more stuff in a handbag, and a purse can fit in there, and, you know, just whatever else you would need to carry in a purse.
The only thing that I could imagine would be, like, if she, like, bought the purse at a store, would explain why the purse was open. Because some stores, like, have see-through bags, like, a lot of, like, the girly girl stores and stuff.
Okay.
They have, like, see-through bags and everything, so maybe it was like...
So maybe she bought the purse.
Yeah, inside, and that was the bag.
And that was the bag it came in. But, okay, the only thing I would have to say to that is, well, maybe she had a wallet or something in her pocket and she put it in the purse afterwards. But I don't know. That's a good point. Maybe we've talked too long about this subject already. Purses and purses, guys. If you guys have seen anything like that or anything ridiculous, leave it in the comments. We're always interested to read these. By the way, I wanted to apologize real quick about the background noise. It's going to be about 100 degrees here in upstate New York today. And as much as... no, don't raise the roof. That's not a good thing. That's hot, dude. That's hot. So while the background noise is kind of a little bit of a pain in the ass, I apologize. But I'm not gonna be a fat, sweaty, smelly guys for you guys. Yeah. And I'm sure you guys could appreciate that.
Well, they're listening.
They're listening. They wouldn't have to smell us.
Yeah.
Right. But we would have to smell us. Two fat kids sitting around in a 100-degree room, like with a microphone on and no air conditioning.
Really bad.
That would be pretty bad.
That'd be really bad.
Especially since one of us has to go to work later.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
But we want to thank everybody for joining us. The last one actually did pretty darn well, which I was pleasantly surprised about. I was very happy that it did so well. It's still continuing to get views and stuff, which is cool. Many people are supporting. We're up to 70 subs now, so we're getting there. I'm still holding.
I was excited at 69.
69 was good. But I'm still holding fast, and hopefully we can get to 100 by the end of the summer. Yeah. That would be nice. Even close would be nice. I mean, 70's close-ish, but we can do better. Again, are you thinking about the video or the Naruto penis thing?
Did you say Naruto penis?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
That one, okay.
I'm 4 years old.
I don't know if I saved that clip, I'll throw it at the end of the podcast or something. But it was me and Tumbles just checking levels, and we were talking about the Naruto thing, and it was. I'll see if I can't work that in there somewhere. Which is kind of ridiculous. We have some interesting discussions off camera or off mic or whatever. Let's see. Ooh, okay, Tumbles.
Ooh, oh,
this will be right up your alley.
Oh,
so,
man.
Yeah, this is going to be right up Tumbles' alley.
Oh,
so, Tumbles,
baby.
Fallout 76. Your favorite subject.
My favorite thing in the world
I know,
to talk about.
And I'll tell you what, when I saw this last night, I immediately thought, this is Tumbles' time to shine, baby.
Oh, man.
So, have you played Fallout in the past couple days?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the recent patch and all the problems it has brought in both the power armor capacity and like a number of other things? I believe my note for my podcast stuff today was Fallout 76 recent patch / fuck up. And then my note was, oh, what a mess. Because I went through and there are several really awesome people that have amazing channels on YouTube. If you guys want to check them out, there's Oxhorn. Oxhorn's fantastic. Juicehead was actually the one whose video I was watching, and of course, the man who actually got me into watching all the Fallout, Mr. Matty Plays. That dude is super cool. I love Mr. Matty Plays.
Isn't sponsored? Widgeon TV. Have you seen Widgeon TV?
What is it? Widgeon TV?
Widgeon TV. He like covers. He's kind of like Oxhorn basically.
It covers like a lot of lore and stuff and gameplay.
Yeah,
for
like,
Fallout specific or.
Yep, for Fallout. He just actually did.
How do you spell that?
WIDGEON TV.
Oh, Widgeon. Okay.
Yep. He actually just did one. I watched it yesterday. Called What is the Vineheart? And he will go through all like a lot of stuff, and he's playing Fallout as is happening. Like it, like I know Oxhorn does that, and Juicehead probably does that too. I just think that's really cool that people do that. But yeah, dude, with Widgeon TV, I absolutely love it. It's a small channel, so that's why it's not.
Yeah,
really
I love small channels. I love small channels.
He's a small channel. He did like a video on like the free states and everything.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, he did like. I would highly recommend checking him out. Like he did one on like the Wendigo and stuff.
Did you get a check before the show for this? Or did somebody slip you money? That's pretty good.
No, someone slipped me something. I'm seeing
That's
aliens
what it is.
already.
You're seeing aliens already. Nice callback. But no, going back to the initial question, how? Because I haven't played it yet. I'll probably end up playing it later.
Planning on playing it.
But so
planning on playing
it later. And I haven't had any firsthand experience with it yet. But holy mackerel, it looks like a shit show from what I've seen.
Let's just put it this way. I had to remove the screwdriver that was in my room because it was dangerously close to going through my TV.
Really? That bad, huh?
Oh my god, dude. Like, so, I mean, obviously when it first came out, I had a shitload of bugs and everything, like, Bug Bethesda, and they were just fucking up royally.
They're trying. But it seems, again, just not to get off on a tangent real quick, but it seems just with every patch something else goes wrong, and this one seems especially not good.
See, I don't like this patch. Like, you know, it's like one of those things where they're literally like, "Hey, we're fixing
Blah blah blah.
all of this stuff." And then there's a slew of just glitches and shit that they uncovered when they did it, and they're just like, whatever.
Well, this one, I guess, has brought back a couple of glitches that had it been either patched out or they've resurfaced, basically, with this new patch. And it almost makes you wonder if it's ever going to get fixed. If they're ever actually going to accomplish, like, they're just going to be like, oh, holy crap, we have no more bug patches to do. Well, let's concentrate on content then now. But no, it seemed, and I figured I'd ask you because I know that you play it quite often, more often myself. But I you know, like I said, it looked awful, and I just kind of wanted to get your take on it. And it seems you're pretty much in the same boat.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh, Bethesda.
It's like one of those things where it's just like, you know, I dropped from Fallout for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure we all did.
We all did, yeah. We took a couple, right after, it was probably like December-ish. Like maybe because we played together for when it came out in November for probably about a month or so.
Yeah. And
then it just kind of...
I'm pretty sure I was like the last one that was still hanging on to it.
Yeah,
like,
you were. And actually, yeah, because we were, when we started, well, not back when we first started doing Friday Fun Days, but you would just, whenever I would pick you up and we'd be, you know, driving around and stuff, you would keep going back to Fallout, and I always kind of appreciated that you never, like, because I had pretty much given up on it. You know, I think BD had too, maybe not to the same extent as I had, but I was like cold turkey. I was like,
yeah.
But you held on, and the more you talked about it, and the more stuff that you told me about, kind of led me. But there were a couple of months there where we didn't really play much at all.
For the longest time, like, I forget what it was that made me just say, fuck it, I'm done playing this game. I don't know what it was that was just like, hey, you know what? I want to see what's going on with Fallout, and that's when it was during the Fast Knock.
The Fast Knock, yeah.
And that's when I was like when I got heavy into it. Like, if I wasn't doing the Fast Knock event, I was selling chems, getting chems, selling chems, which, by the way, chems for kids. Starting that up relatively soon.
What is chems for kids?
Like bubblegum flavored Mentos.
Oh, nice. You're just going to make that?
Yeah.
Okay. Chems for kids, everybody. Available at your local haberdashery. I don't know why you get it at a hat store,
soon
but okay.
To be at CVS.
Yeah, soon to be at CVS. At a Redbox near you. Why not?
It's like the Bed Bath & Beyond and the Beyond section.
So you'll find it tucked away in a corner over there somewhere. Just look for the bubblegum flavored drugs or whatever. Eat them, kids.
Orange scented jet.
Orange scented jet? Yes. Do you have to be 18 to go in? No, it's chems for kids. You can just give drugs to kids at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You don't.
I think we're gonna get a letter in the mail. It's like, what do you mean Bed Bath & Beyond is suing me for what? I don't have anything. Feel free to have all of my nothing.
Yeah, it's in like a box that, like, you don't have to. You have to be. You can be whatever age
you want to be.
Yeah, to purchase the item. And
okay.
The chems are inside the box.
So now, do they have to card you to make sure you're a kid and you're not an adult trying to get the kids drugs or whatever? It's like a reverse thing on you there. Is that how that works? And who's going to enforce this? It's just some guy's job. He's like, well, what do you do? Well, I work at Bed Bath & Beyond. I just upgraded to Kid Carter. I'm sorry, sir. Did you say Kid Carter? Yes, I did. See, what I do is I make sure kids are kids before they buy their drugs.
Lemon scented.
Who are you calling? Lemons. Oh, my God. Jesus. So, actually, speaking of video games, while we're in this... Chems for kids, really? So...
Sorry, Cherry Buffaloes.
Jesus, you're really running with that one.
Yeah, dude.
That horse is dead. Stop beating it. Dude, did you see this Friday the 13th? The game. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? It's coming out on Switch. Yeah, that was pretty much my reaction. I was like, I laughed and then I just sat there and I was like, why? Like, who the hell? Like, are the 9 people still playing that game, one of which is pedals, so the other 8 people still playing that game are like, you know, who are you going to play with? You can't do anything with the game. Like, who is this appealing to? So now, like, 8-year-olds can play it on their Switches and annoy other people that way, too, and not just on Xbox and PlayStation?
Yeah.
It just seems silly. I mean, don't get me wrong. The game was fun. Was fun. But honestly, they lost me after the lawsuit. I was like, you can't do anything with the game. The game is literally as good as it's going to get. And they're like, oh, you know, they're trying to zazz it up. You get, like, a special, you know, Switch exclusive poster with it. It's like, oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, so they give you a physical reminder when you throw your Switch out the window. They give you a physical reminder of that pain too. You look every time you look into that wall
like,
and you see that poster, you're just like, yeah, they're reminding you of your shame. And you're like, why did I buy this? And unless they sell this thing for maybe like $10, I can't really see it worth being being bought.
Why it's just like released like 60? It's like, wait a minute, what the hell?
And you know, they're releasing it with all the stuff, all the DLC, and I'm like, well, why wouldn't you at this point? Like, nobody's gonna pay money for that stuff if you can, you know, nobody's gonna, you know.
Next it's in the clearance bin.
I didn't even know the Switch had a clearance bin. That's pretty good. Oh, it was next to the Chems for Kids section. That's why I missed it.
Dude,
I wasn't over there.
Psycho.
Oh my god! But I was blown away. I could not believe that they were releasing
for the Switch.
I'm like, I don't know. Again, the game was fun. It's run its course. There is still a fan base, dude. And I joke about, you know, 8 people playing. There is still a fan base, man. Like Anthony D still streams it. The Slash and Cast or the Slash and Cast. I get it confused with whatever the hell we were. There was like an N missing or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they still do stuff. Sleeved Biker actually still puts out stuff too. He was doing like there's some petition for the game. I didn't even check into it because honestly at this point I'm just like, what are you gonna do?
They're pretty much being a dead horse like Chems for Kids.
Exactly like Chems for that horse is just pulp now. No, they are, I mean, cash grab probably just so they can keep people interested, and I mean, it's pretty much just a small team maintaining this game at this point. I would think.
Yeah.
They can't be pumping much money or resources into it because they can't, you know. And again, maybe that's, you know, the whole thing is just to generate revenue so they can keep stuff running, to keep the lights on. It's like, all right, guys, well, how can we make more money to keep this dead game floating? It's like, well.
They should have Chems Friday the 13th.
Jesus God.
Do blue raspberry Mentos.
Is this a sponsored video now? Like, jeez.
This message has been brought to you in part by Chems
for Kids.
When you don't know what to give your kid, look to Chems for Kids and see in the Bed Bath & Beyond section. I have the unofficial fall cookbook at home.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And like there's recipes for rat waste.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's like half a scorpion ass. You're like, what?
Wait a second.
You can't use the whole thing?
I think Babe Ruth did buff out.
Babe Ruth did buff out?
Yeah, man.
Are you sure about that?
How many times did he like hit a home run like
4?
all the time?
All the time? It's just anytime he walked up, people were like, fuck it, don't even bother. He's gonna knock one out of the park.
I think.
Yeah, Babe. Yeah, no, that's I think in the sports book. Sports fans, let us know in the comments whether or not who do we say? Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth did buff out.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's in there.
Yeah.
That's in the sports almanac, I think, right?
Yeah, it was like Twizzlers,
but buff out style.
Yeah.
They hadn't perfected the medium yet.
They were peelable, so you could take whenever you wanted to.
I mean, going back to it, do you ever get the inkling to play Friday the 13th anymore?
The what?
Do you ever get the just the desire at any point to play Friday
Oh,
the
God,
13th
no.
game anymore.
Hell no.
I know.
No, I'm just like I see Friday the 13th and I'm like,
I know. It's like
I see this in our library and I'm like, no.
if it was one of those things where we were just playing just to hear ourselves talk, you know what I mean, and not even care about the game and just have something going while that was, I'd say that's good space filler.
Yeah.
If there was something that we were going to stream, I would want it to, probably be Fallout. But yeah, Friday the 13th, man, I think you just maybe Jason shouldn't live. Maybe Jason shouldn't live.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, I mean, like you said, going back to, if you just want to hear yourself talk and, like, have listeners, or have viewers, not listeners. This is listeners. The other one are
The other
viewers.
one would be, yeah.
That would rather hear, like, us talking about whatever we're talking about, which is usually bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, then yeah, I mean, because Friday the 13th puts absolutely no thought on
Yeah,
it.
there's no guesswork
If you're
involved.
the
It's like,
counselor,
I don't
you
really
might
care.
as well just find Jason. Have
I
him
just
knock your
run
block
around
off.
and like gain points before Jason kills me.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's literally is what I'm doing.
Around collect, yeah, I'll fill some gas here. Yeah, it's cool. Steal the car, that's awesome. Like, good job. Just waiting while I put the gas in, and then when I went to go
You're
look
just
for
like,
the key, you roll up the key and take off in it. And I'm like, thanks.
Dude, that's happened so mmany times,
Yeah.
man.
Well, to be fair, I've done it to people too. Like in the boat,
Nice.
like I'll just troll people.
Deuces.
Like, zzz, nope, you coming? No. And then Jason's on them, and I'm like, bye. I just take off the boat, and I'm like, see you, sucker. And then it's, I mean, that game was fun. I always liked making the escapes. That was fun. Never enjoyed team killing though. That was never a.
I love following people and just flashing the light there and blowing up wherever they were.
It's like, oh hey, I wish you'd have like an air horn and it'd just be like. It's like, hey Jason. It's like, uh-oh. It's like the dudes we were talking about last time who was just trolling people in Fallout. He would just follow them around with the kids screaming on his mic and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a callback to last week's
Yeah.
episode, which you guys can check out in the link at the end of this video.
Encounters for Kids will be underneath that link in the description.
We are not promoting any more chems with kids. I got a letter from Bed Bath & Beyond.
I was supposed to do
They are
sour apple.
not
What the
happy.
hell?
They are not happy. We have to move.
Sour
We have
apple
to,
daddy.
we have to, no.
What?
No.
I think there's also Psycho too, and the Fallout Cookbook.
That's interesting.
Dude,
You should bring that over.
There's
sometime
like
and we
baked
can.
bloatfly, like
Nah, you're on your own on that one.
there's
It's like
Deathclaw
ingredients:
Wellington.
4 pounds of rancid meat. Okay, that's not good.
We're into a fantastic start.
Can it be like fresh meat? No.
Yao Guai ribs.
The Yao Guai ribs. Yeah, go out and kill a bear. You stupid idiot. While you're out there, hit up Area 51 and Naruto run.
Dude, like a lot of it is just like you need like a third of a cup of Nuka-Cola.
Yeah, but you actually have to go and make the Nuka-Cola
Yeah,
to
you
do
have
it.
to
So
make
it's
the
like
Nuka-Cola.
you have to make recipes. You have to make ingredients to make recipes. It's like playing God with food. Like I have to create life to create life. You're just like,
Washing your throat's good. I told you not to play God with that. I told you not to play God with those recipes.
oh my God! I can't believe people listen to us. That's awesome. You okay?
Yeah, that just hurt.
Did you just throw up in your mouth a little? What was that? You bite your tongue?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. You bleeding? Yeah, you're bleeding.
You bleeding? Yeah.
Yeah, you're bleeding. Oh! Wow, I just scared myself by doing that. I was like, wow, I had an idea. The other one, the thing I wanted to talk about.
Great
This is
Scott!
Great Scott! Toy and I were talking the other day. I don't know, because I know you haven't played a whole lot of Super Nintendo games.
Correct.
Have you ever heard of or played a game called Rock and Roll Racing for Super Nintendo? It was like an overhead view racing car, and they had like digitized versions of like Black Sabbath and stuff on there.
I have. I've heard about it. I've just never played it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, one of the things I wanted to bring up was, Tui and I were talking, I'm surprised nobody's done a current day remake of the game. And the way you could do it is you could absolutely just license all the songs now, because the technology has come so far since the Super Nintendo days. You could actually just license the songs and put them on there, and you could make it like a freemium game almost, because you could keep the same overhead view. The graphics obviously would, be a lot better, and nobody's done it. And I think it was an awesome game. It was a lot of fun. People like racing games. That's for damsies. People like nostalgia. And for anybody who goes out there and makes this game now, you're fucking welcome. Because you're going to be rolling in dough when you do this. No, but I thought that'd be a really good idea. And again, was surprised nobody's done it yet. With, again, nostalgia being hot and everybody loving racing games. So it'd be a cool idea.
I feel like that style of like a racing game wouldn't like live up to today's standards of how much money it's gotta make.
See, that's what I thought too, but again, never underestimate the market, because there's always a market for something. There's always a market for even your stupid Chems for Kids thing. There's probably a market for that. If you made that and it was like actual candy or something, there would be a market for that, because you would have people that love Fallout. You'd have kids that love Fallout and kids that love candy. So you'd hit you check all the boxes. Kids that love Chems. But so there's a market for that. So there's
drug abuse kids.
It's like getting them started young. For all the. But there would be a market for it, I feel. And again, I just think that even though it, do you mean like graphic wise, or do you mean just like you don't think there would be enough?
I mean, with the games that have already like come out, like racing games, like you have
like Forza and all that shit. Yeah,
we have Forza. There's Burnout, which is for the PS2. I think there was a couple on PS3 or whatever. And like oh god, so there's Forza, Burnout. And then the juggernaut of the time, Need for Speed.
Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about the Need for Speed. Yeah, those were huge.
Those were a lot of fun. I enjoyed Tokyo Drift and Wanted. Those were a really good one.
I never really fancied any of those games.
I'm not huge into racing like Elliot is. I'm not into racing as much as him.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, he had him load up in PS2, so I was like, oh, give him a shot. I really liked Burnout because you can cause car accidents in it.
Okay.
And it was a lot of fun. Like, if you were like, say you're doing like a 6-man race and all the other 6 people were NPCs, like you could actually do that, which was really nice.
Okay.
To score points, you would have to make them get into car accidents. Like,
oh really?
If they were coming up on the right side, you could just slam your car right, slam into a wall, and have them catch fire and blow up and back you. Oh yeah, dude, Burnout.
Wow.
Burnout was crazy, but it was good. It was fun.
No, I never played that one.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat's not even safe.
From?
The internet. You know what happens when the internet gets a hold of female characters from any video game?
When who? Oh, you? Or the internet? Oh, yeah.
When the internet gets
it doesn't take long.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
To nude them up.
Ooh.
Isn't that what you were referring to? Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, like I was saying, man, there's a market for everything. Look at furries.
Yeah.
Or rather, don't look at furries.
I do.
Weird.
Yeah. Chem addictions are fun.
What is with you and chems today? What the hell? You're like all over that shit. I don't know. Did you see anything good lately?
No. What? See, it's hard to. Friday the 13th. Yeah, dude. Friday the 13th on Switch, man. Area 51 ones. Dude, I love the Fallout 76 recent patch. Fuck up 01 mess.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad news bears. I mean, we can watch in more detail after we're done with this the Juice Head video, and I'll show you that. But it's just bad. Yeah, no, that's all that was on my list.
Dude, like honestly, it's more than me.
It's okay. There's a few things.
And I know this is like super late into the podcast. I should have done this back when I was talking about Call of Duty. Infinity Ward partnered with Activision. Did I say Infinity Ward last week?
I don't know.
I don't know if I did.
We can always go back through and see. And if not, well, or if we just don't even feel like going back and fact checking, we can just say that just in case, Infinity Ward paired up with
Infinity
Activision.
Ward was with Activision. Because I'm playing Modern Warfare 3, just going back in time, and it was like Infinity Ward. I'm like, I forgot.
Well, they remembered. I'm sure they were offended.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were super pissed.
They were probably pissed.
Yeah.
Probably like, yo, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, they're like, I hope they don't bring up chems for kids later.
Alright, you name a chem.
Stimtats. It's a sweet blend of the two.
Stimtats. Or sour apple psych tats, because they have that in the game.
They do.
I don't understand how that works. Like, have you ever seen that?
What?
Like psych tats or psychotats or whatever they're called?
No, I just sell any chems I get that aren't like stim packs or radaways and rad X's.
I do missions around Fallout 76 and I get diluted stim packs. And
Okay,
then I sell those.
I'll usually just buy those at the railroad station and then I'll get, I don't know how I get so many stim packs, but I have like 50, 60 of them. I'll get down to like 2 or 3, and then I'll play a little bit, and before I know it, I'm at like 60 of them. I'm like, well, okay.
Like, yeah,
sweet. Now I don't have to care about taking damage so much.
Yeah, I was watching Widgeon TV yesterday, and he was talking about how to do, or what is a Vineheart. And he said, if you play Heart of the Swamp, which it doesn't even look that hard.
No, I beat it.
Yeah. And I've never done it before.
Oh, it's pretty easy. It's basically you go up against this big flower.
Yeah.
And then it sprays stuff, and then it calls like Mirelurks or whatever around you. You beat the shit out of those, then it opens up, you beat it, and rinse, repeat. It's like,
sweet.
It was a pretty, meh mission.
That new abyss. Oh my god.
Yeah, might have to check into that later.
It's so bad, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
there'll be another one. So hopefully they'll fix a lot of stuff in the next one and not break as much stuff.
I really hope to God that they take their time on the next one.
Well, it seems like they're spacing them out well enough. It just doesn't seem like they're quite getting it. You know what I mean? Oh, the next game.
The next game.
Oh,
I hope
yeah.
they get their shit together. Like, learn from Fallout 76, Bethesda. Learn from it. Learn from your mistakes.
I think they are, and I definitely think that they have addressed their mistakes to the point. It took them forever, and one particular situation comes to mind that like they just wouldn't have done anything about. Less class action lawsuits were brought up.
And speaking of which, did anything come from that?
No, I'm sure everybody just was like, everybody that got their shit was happy, and everybody just, I'm sure that just worked itself out as these things do.
It's like, oh my god. I mean, because there was so much, like, people were
there were
Bethesda.
a lot of it, yeah.
Bethesda was like, we'll give you 200 or 500
But that's when they finally, like, just were like, all right, crap, all right, they're really getting serious about this, so we got to fix this, duffel bag incident, which they ended up doing. Again, they took their sweet-ass time doing it,
oh
but,
my God.
they did. But publicly, like, Pete Hines and Todd Howard have definitely acknowledged that they basically fucked up with Fallout 76 on release and stuff like that.
Dude,
but they're still putting stuff into it. I mean, they're not giving up on it like a lot of companies have done. Like what's that one, Apex or something like that, where they just stopped the roadmap for it.
Literally, that game is terrible.
Yeah.
I hate Apex so
much.
At
least they didn't do that and just give up on it. And we're
Friday the 13th. Well,
they had
a lawsuit.
Exactly. Yeah.
But couldn't they like at least have like fixed like a rock or like a tree or something?
Well, no, they couldn't put anything new into the game. The only thing they could do is fix bugs. That's it, and that's it. Maintenance.
So they pretty much use laws to just be like, all right, well.
Yeah, they can't put any like graphics or new sounds or anything into it.
No. Like I mean, like the patches and stuff. Like you just said that they could fix, but I mean they're not.
For Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're the one that just came out a little while ago had been in the works for like 6 months, and even Slash and Cast condemned this patch on their it was just such an awful patch, and I'm just like, that's sad. The game is like 2 years old and is still like broken AF and will honestly probably never ever be fixed.
I think what they're trying to do is Wastelander, the Wastelander DLC. Like, I think that the reason why they're saving it for last is because they don't have anything to like anything else. Like, they're just like, this is the last hurrah of Fallout 76. After Wastelanders, it stops.
No, they're gonna keep continuing stuff.
It?
Oh yeah, they're gonna
okay.
keep. Yeah, they're gonna keep DLC and stuff for like years. They're gonna keep supporting this game, man. So Wastelanders is just the end of like almost like season 1 of the DLC stuff.
That would be. Wait, I'm excited for Wastelanders.
I am super excited for Wastelanders.
Have you decided which faction you're going with?
Yes, I'm going to not go the bad guy route, and I'm going to go with the... yeah, well, the first time I play all my Fallout guys, so I always play good the first time, and then I'll go around the second time and be a complete D-bag and ruin people's days. I know you are. I was like, that's cool. I'm going with the survivors or whatever they are. The vault dwellers, settlers, whatever.
Like that, I don't know. Yeah, the only reason why, because my character as of right now, my character has a backstory.
Okay.
Like, and a lot of people are just like, that's stupid. It's just like, okay, no, it's not, because that makes me want to enjoy the game.
Yeah, it's your game, man. You're making up your own story, which is half the fun. How dare you use your imagination on your own character?
Use your imagination.
And you've done that for multiple Fallout characters, I always thought that was great.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I always was just like, that's actually a really cool idea. There's a woman, she's like an 82-year-old woman, Shirley Curry, who does Skyrim. Like, she's awesome. She's amazing. And she does it on YouTube. And she will do that. She'll come up with stories for her characters. And she'll go and explore Skyrim.
I think it makes the game a lot more fun.
And personalized.
Exactly.
It's more catered to what you want to do and how you
Dude, I tried putting that onto a, Fallout forum on Facebook. I was fucking torn apart by hundreds of people. They're just like, that is stupid. It's the dumbest thing you could ever do. And I'm just like, it makes the game more fun.
Yeah, well then, you know what? That's, screw them. That's for you then,
Like, if you don't mind me saying.
No, go ahead.
So my character actually used to...
That's all the time we have for today, folks. This podcast has been brought to you by Chems for Kids and Satan. Thank you, Satan. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So his backstory is kind of iffy. He was a thief and he actually broke into one of the vaults and was in there when everyone was like
and all the chaos that he was trying to get in there.
So he found Point Pleasant and saw the Mothman, and ever since he saw the Mothman, that's been him. That's completely been him 100%.
Okay.
Like, I mean, if you see, well, you haven't played Fallout in a while. My character has got the black eye makeup on.
Oh, okay.
He's got the black throat stitch. He's wearing a Radstag hide outfit.
Okay.
And he's got a black Warhawk. And my camp, I don't care if anyone wants to nuke it. It's happened before.
Many times.
Many times. It's literally, it's like 10 caps. Like, if I went to fast travel to Fort Defiance, it only cost me 10 caps. Like, mine is like right, it literally is right next to Site Silo Charlie.
Okay.
It's like, it's far away. So like the enemies and stuff, are level like 42 or 62. Yeah. But they have more of a chance to
They
drop.
nerfed those too in like a bunch of areas. In Fallout 76. The spawn levels in certain areas for enemies. So instead of being like, we'll take White Spring, for example, because I believe that was one of the examples you gave. So in White Spring now, instead of there being enemies that'll spawn from like randomly from level like 15 to level 99, dependent, they now nerfed it so there will only be like levels 15 through 25. So the highest level enemy that you could fight in, and there's like a bunch of different areas they hit this for, but it has significantly decreased, and they've made it a lot more difficult with the legendary drops.
Really?
Because now there's like a glitch. Now I might be getting a little bit of this wrong, forgive me, but I think I'm pretty right on with it. From what I can recall, it was like the stars are not showing up on the legendary creatures, and so it's not recognizing it, and they're not dropping the loot as a result for that. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the gist of it, but it was definitely something that was affecting the.
I noticed that with Campfire Tales, like when Camp Council and Nia would show up as like the Wendigo.
Yeah.
She would always drop a legendary.
Because it was a legendary one.
She stopped for the like, and I'm just like, yo, like what the hell, like that's kind of how I farmed legendaries.
I know.
I would get at least anywhere from 4 to 6 legendaries a day. More than that if I triggered it enough.
Yeah, so that's, again, that's one of the things that kind of stinks. But yeah, they definitely have.
The only problem is that my house has a tendency to be attacked by 3 super mutants in particular, and it's like super mutant butcher, super mutant skirmisher, and then super mutant primus or whatever.
Yeah.
So like I have turrets up the yin yang aimed right for that one spot that they always spawn.
They spawn at, sure.
Like I have 2 in one section, 2 in another section, 2 in front, 1 on the side, 1 on that side. So there's always something firing at you, and it's worked so far. Fingers crossed.
You load up your Fallout 76 thing and it's just burned to the ground. And I don't mean your camp. I mean your Xbox. And it's like, what the hell? You were right. This patch sucks.
Superman sitting there with a torch. Oh shit!
Don't look at me.
I didn't do this.
No, because I was playing over on. I want to say last Friday or Sunday. I played some, and I was just going around, and I'm still looking for those damn tourists to get the camera.
Me too.
It sucks.
I can't find them.
I can't either. Don't you have one already, though?
No.
Oh, you haven't found one yet?
No, I haven't found. Like, I know where a lot of them spawn, but
the RNG factor sucks.
The what?
The RNG, the random number generated. That's basically how it determines when, and your chances and probability of something happening is RNG, random number generation.
Because like
so it's basically like rolling the fucking dice on where they're gonna spawn, when they're gonna spawn, at which So some of the things I read suggested server hop until you find them. I've done that and have had 0 luck.
Same. Yeah. A lot of people like on the forums on Facebook and stuff. Like a lot of the people are like nice and will post a picture of where there's like, hey, another spot is right here if you don't know the spot already. And what I go to is apparently there's supposed to be one near the giant teapot.
Yep. There's one in Wavy Wally's or whatever it is, the Wild Waverly, whatever it is, the water park there.
There's one right outside of Watoga.
There's one in the Mothman, right in front of the Mothman statue. In Point Pleasant.
Yep.
But that's like the easiest one because it's the closest to my pool. Well, so you know where my camp is, so I can easily fast travel for free to 76, and then it's like 4 or 5 caps to get to Point Pleasant from there. So it's really no money at all. But yeah, and there's what's that ski place? Too. I think either that. Yeah, I think that's one of the places.
There's like 2 of them or something.
There's like a bunch of different places they could spawn at. There's that place with the dam, where you fight all the super mutants.
I don't remember the name, but I know exactly where it is.
Yeah.
I had my camp there for a while, and there was always a super mutant firing at my camp.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yesterday, my mom was talking about how, like, the Scouts of America are now just called the Scouts or whatever. And I'm just like, I remember when I was a scout. Now I'm a pioneer scout. My mom had no idea what I was talking about. She was like, what? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, now I'm a pioneer scout. I'm a tadpole. I'm working my way up. I'm like, it's hard collecting nuclear wastes pretty hard. Picking up with your bare hands.
Yep, it's not easy. Somebody's got to do it, though.
Someone's got to do it.
No scout left behind.
No scout left behind. It's beating myself motto. You're our troop leader.
That's right. Well, you got anything else you want to talk about, big guy?
Oh, I don't know if you knew this or not. Cuphead Mugman is coming to Netflix.
I completely forgot about that. Had seen that.
Yep.
That I'm pretty excited for.
When I was getting this done,
Good call on that.
Right? It literally, like, I saw a hand and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, Casey had the Devil Pop Funko like right at his workstation.
Oh, that's cool.
So I said to him, like, when he was putting it on and stuff, like, just like the purple, I was like, hey man, do you know they're coming to Netflix? And he's like, yeah, dude, I'm super stoked. Like, I'm really excited for
Me too,
that.
especially if they do it in that animation style.
Oh my god,
that would be
so
fantastic.
much
I would love that with just like the film grain and like the the. I hope they keep it like that.
Yeah, I hope they do.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm
Yeah.
absolutely gonna watch it. But it's weird because now it seems Netflix is doing a bunch of video game based shows. They have Castlevania. There was talk for a while about The Legend of Zelda, one that just Nintendo pulled out of because they're very strict about their intellectual properties, which is ironic because Castlevania, there's a couple seasons on Netflix, and then The Witcher, The Witcher is going to be on Netflix.
Ooh.
So yeah, don't get excited about it. The internet's not too happy about it yet.
Oh man!
And now Cuphead and Mugman,
Yeah.
which I think is awesome, except for The Witcher, because I hear that's going to be poopy. But I don't really get down with The Witcher anyway, so.
I'm like super excited for the Cuphead and Mugman.
I as well.
Like I am really excited. Like, I mean, there's so many directions they could take it. They could give it the old school film grain and make it.
And just the animation style too is
Yeah.
just brilliant. It was like it's old school, you know what I mean? It's all those old Max Fleischer cartoons from like back in the day.
So, I had old school video games that I watched. YouTube wasn't really a thing. I had Scuba.
Yep.
I'm sure you remember Scuba.
Oh, I know Scuba.
I was watching all three of the little Scubas.
The Scubettes?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And I distracted them all with YouTube. It's like, here's the controller, because one of them was just like, hey, I want to watch.
I think that's what 90% of parents do these days, and did. They're just like, here's the
here you
internet.
go.
Here's the controller. Here's some booze. Maybe that's just my parents.
And I started watching what they were watching, and I'm just like, what? Like, this is terrible. Like, it's, I don't care if I get bashed for this, man. Like, I think it's absolutely horrible. But it's like a family of gamers, and they play like fucking like little kid games and stuff. Like, there's other ones where like Roblox and shit. Like, there's a couple that are like based off that. Like, they put like Five Nights at Freddy's in there and stuff. Like, I'm watching it and I'm like, this sucks. Like, what? And like, they were actually getting scared by the jump scares of Five Nights at Freddy's, and I was like, guys, this is stupid.
To be fair, Tumbles. To be fair, you peed your pants at Five Nights at Freddy's.
Dude, did I tell you what one of them said?
Don't ignore that fact. You peed your pants a little bit.
Dude, okay. I might just be a Rick and Morty fan, but are you a little pissed off that McDonald's isn't releasing Szechuan sauce and there's a new Mulan coming out?
Oh, wow, you just blew my mind with that. Yeah, no, I think that's a good point. What the hell? They did.
I'm a little pissed off about it.
I never had the Szechuan sauce. I didn't have it back when Mulan first came out. I didn't have it on the because I was like, it's dipping sauce. Now I may be fat, but just because McDonald's is releasing a new sauce, don't expect me to be there at like 6 a.m. like, give me some of that fucking Szechuan sauce. I'm gonna break them windows and get up in there. Oh, I'm gonna take all those packets. I can never, like, drooling and frothing at the mouth, just wringing my hands together till they're bleeding.
Like, the precious.
We needs the Szechuan sauce.
But, like, I saw the trailer and stuff, and it's in the works. And McDonald's doesn't release Szechuan sauce. I'm like, what the fuck,
McDonald's actually released a tweet about it on Twitter. They said, nope. That was it. That was just it. McDonald's is like, no.
One word, nope.
Like, oh, you people weren't happy enough when we bought it back from Rick and Morty. Now you want it again? I mean, why don't they just keep it going? I mean, it can't be expensive to produce. Enough people like it where they would, obviously, there's a market for it again. But who are you waving at? We're not on video. That's an odd. Don't wave at the microphone. Nobody can see that. All right, guys, I think on that ridiculousness, Tumbles, anything else you want to say before we close this sucker out for the day? Okay, Tumbles is waving goodbye at the microphone. Tumbles, thank you for joining me, man.
Yeah,
again.
man. Dude, I love these.
Yeah, I do, too. I look
awesome.
forward to next Friday, too. We're gonna be doing another one. And the cool part is I got a couple other people that want to be on the podcast. So there's going to be coming up multiple podcasts during the week, which is going to be insane because with my regular job and with YouTube as it stands with me already, now throwing podcasts into the mix during the week, it's going to be super fun.
Barely an inconvenience.
Barely an inconvenience. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, guys, if you enjoy this and you enjoy me and Tumbles' company, you can check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com. I almost forgot my fucking own URL. youtube.com/Lord Hefty. Or you can just pop HefTV into your search, your friendly search bar on YouTube, and you can find me and Tumbles and Bordool and Mrs. Dool.
Friendly search bar? Like,
Yeah, there's like a meme.
It's like an asshole search bar.
Yeah,
It's like,
dear ass bar, how do I cook a steak with fire, you fucking moron?
Points
then
a
your
gun at you.
computer
Whoa.
spits at you. It's terrible. I don't know whose idea that
It's
was.
a new interactive computer. It's like,
It's like, oh my god,
what the hell? That's not
there's
even
blood in
spit.
that. You
What
might want to go get that looked at. So anyway, you can search that. We have lots of videos on there of us doing ridiculous sorts of things and all sorts of videos and tomfoolery. But I am your buttery voiced HefTV, and this has been my gracious co-host. Are you gonna say your name, or would you like me to say it?
I'm sorry. Elite Tumbles.
Guys, go out there, do good things because nobody else is going to. If everybody did one good thing for somebody else each day, this world would not be such a bad place. Guys, we'll catch you next time on the podcast. And thanks for listening. And again, if you guys want to see more ridiculousness, check out whatever links I have posted here, and you can catch some of the other fun stuff we have. We'll see you next time.